Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture of the course Heat Transfer. So, in the last lecture, we have discussed the concept of the boundary layer theory in details, and we have discussed different dimensionless parameters and their physical significance. So, today we will be discussing the momentum equation of this hydrodynamic boundary layer over a flat plate, and its related numericals we will discuss today. Okay, so let us start this lecture. So in the last lecture, what we have discussed regarding the boundary layer, that is, we have seen that the non-dimensional parameter, that is Reynolds number, it plays an important role, and when the viscous force it is very much small, in that case the Reynolds number is very much high, and that type of flow it is known as the boundary layer flow. Now what happens in case of a hydrodynamic boundary layer, that we have seen that when a real fluid it flows past a solid body, then the fluid particles it adhere to the boundary, and in that case the no slip condition occurs. So it means that the velocity of the fluid close to the solid boundary it will be same as that of the boundary. Now if the fluid is flowing over a stationary flat plate, that means the velocity of the fluid at the boundary of the solid it will be zero, because the flat plate it is stationary. Now further away, that means in the vertical direction further away from the boundary, the velocity it will be higher, the velocity of the fluid it will be higher, and due to this there will be a variation of the velocity. So that means one velocity gradient it will now exist. Now this velocity of the fluid it increases from zero velocity on the stationary boundary to free stream velocity of the fluid in the direction normal to the boundary. Now this variation of the fluid velocity from zero to free stream velocity in the direction normal to the boundary, it takes place in a very narrow region in the vicinity of the solid boundary. So this narrow region of the fluid it is called the boundary layer, and the theory which deals with this boundary layer it is known as the boundary layer theory. So this is the basic concept of the boundary layer. So all these things have been discussed in details, and we have seen that in case of the boundary layer concept, three different zones, that is laminar boundary layer zone, then transition zone, and the turbulent boundary layer zone, all these things exist. And in the turbulent boundary layer zone we have seen the existence of laminar sublayer, then buffer layer, and all these layers have been discussed in details. Then the upper critical Reynolds number, lower critical Reynolds number, their values, then the velocity distribution for all these different boundary layer zone. Like in case of the laminar boundary layer zone, the velocity distribution it is parabolic. In case of the transition boundary layer zone it is uncertain. Then in case of turbulent boundary layer zone, the velocity profile or velocity distribution it obeys the log law or power law. Then in case of the laminar sublayer or viscous sublayer, the velocity distribution it is linear. So all such velocity distribution also have been discussed in the last lecture. So in general we can say this boundary layer it is a layer which divides the flow field in two different zones. One is the viscous zone and another is the non-viscous zone. So today we will discuss the momentum equation for the hydrodynamic boundary layer over a flat plate. So let us consider a fluid flowing over a stationary flat plate and the development of hydrodynamic boundary layer which is shown in figure. So in the next page, in figure number 7.3a, you can see this orange color, it is the stationary flat plate, and in the left hand side some arrow marks are given, so which represents the free stream velocity of the fluid. Now when the fluid is flowing over the stationary flat plate, in that case the boundary layer thickness, it is gradually increasing, and it is in parabolic nature in case of the laminar boundary layer zone. So here we have considered an elemental 2D control volume. So the volume, it is dx multiplied by dy multiplied its unit depth within the boundary layer region. So here in this diagram 7.3a, we can see one small elemental volume dx by dy by unit depth, which is zoomed in here in the 7.3b diagram. So that elemental volume has been zoomed here in the 7.3b diagram, and all our discussion, all our concentration will be based on this elemental volume. Now, before proceeding into this discussion, some assumptions need to be taken. So what are the assumptions here? The flow, it is steady, and the fluid, it is incompressible. So what is compressible, what is incompressible, all these things have been discussed earlier. And what is steady, unsteady, so different kinds of fluid flow, the classification of fluid, it is also discussed. The viscosity of the fluid is constant. The viscosity, it is also known to us, the resistance to flow. Then the pressure variations in the direction perpendicular to the plate are negligible. Next, the viscous shear forces in the y direction, that is normal to this plate, these are negligible, and the fluid is continuous both in space and time. So these are the 5 different assumptions that we have taken into consideration for this derivation of the momentum equations. So this is the diagram that we have considered here, and when the fluid is flowing over the stationary flat plate, then the boundary layer thickness, that is delta, we can see here it is growing, its thickness is growing in the positive x direction, and the velocity profile, it is the velocity distribution, it is parabolic here, and in this zone, that is in the viscous zone, we have taken into consideration one small elemental volume which has been shown in a large form, in a zoomed in form. So let us move to the next page. So what we can see, that in the last page we have seen that small u, we have considered the velocity of fluid flow at the left hand face or the left face of the AB. So in the 7.3b, this ABCD, it is the control volume here, or considered volume, and in its left surface AB, small u, it is the velocity of the fluid, and its right surface, we can see the velocity, it is u plus del u del x multiplied by dx. So this u plus del u del x multiplied by dx, this is the velocity of fluid flow at the right face CD of this elemental volume. Now similarly, let V, it is the fluid velocity at the bottom face BC, and V plus del V del y multiplied by dy, it is the fluid velocity at the top face AD. Now the mass flow rate along the x direction, so mx equals to rho u into dy multiplied by 1, so it is equals to rho u dy. This is the formula of the mass flow rate, it is known to us. Now the change of momentum of the mass mx along x direction, so it is given by dmx, capital M, it is equals to small mx multiplied by change in velocity in x direction. So this can be written as mx into change in velocity in x direction. So the change in velocity in x direction, it will be the difference of the velocity in the face CD minus the velocity in the face AB for the considered volume. So if we put this value here, so ultimately we are getting d capital Mx, this is equal to small mx multiplied by del u del x into dx. Now this small mx, it can be replaced from equation 7.4, that is rho u del u del x multiplied by dx into dy. So in this similar manner, the mass flow rate along the y direction, that is my, it can be represented, or it can be written as rho v into dx multiplied by 1. This is equals to rho v dx. So this is our equation number 7.6. Now again, the change of momentum of the mass my along the y direction. So dmy, this is equals to my multiplied by the change of the velocity at the bottom and top face of the considered elemental volume. So ultimately we are getting small my multiplied by del u del y into dy. So this my, it can be again replaced by rho v del u del y into dx dy. So this is our equation number 7.7. Now what will be the total viscous force along the x direction? So the total viscous force, it can be represented as Fx equals to tau plus del tau minus tau for the two different phases multiplied by the area. Now from the Newton's law of viscosity, if we put the value of the shear stress, which is proportional to rate of shear strain, which we have studied in the Newton's law of viscosity. So if we put the value of tau here, then ultimately after 2 or 3 steps we are getting that mu, which is the dynamic viscosity, multiplied by del 2u del y2 into dx dy. So this is the total viscous force along the x direction. Now assuming the gravitational forces are balanced by buoyancy forces for equilibrium of the element. So if we consider this equilibrium condition, then the inertia force, this is equals to the viscous forces. Now as the inertia forces we have already found as equation number 7.5 and 7.7. So if we put all these inertia forces here, so ultimately we are getting rho u del x multiplied by dx dy plus rho v del y multiplied by dx dy. This is equals to the viscous forces, that is the equation number 7.8. So which is equals to mu del 2u del y2 multiplied by dx dy. So this equation, it can be again rearranged, and we can write u del x plus v del u del y. This is equals to mu by rho multiplied by del 2u del y2. Now this mu by rho, it is the ratio of dynamic viscosity divided by density, which is actually nu, that is kinematic viscosity. Now if we replace this dynamic viscosity by density by the kinematic viscosity, then we will get the equation number 7.9, which is u del x plus v del u del y. This is equals to nu del 2u del y2. So this equation number 7.9, this is actually the equation of motion or the momentum equation for hydrodynamic boundary layer over a flat plate. So this is the derivation of the equation of the motion or the momentum equation when a fluid is flowing over a stationary flat plate. So let us move to the next page. There is one definition, that is skin friction coefficient, and the notation is CF. So the definition of the skin friction coefficient, it is defined as the ratio of shear stress, that is tau naught, at the plate to the dynamic head, that is half rho u square, caused by the free stream velocity. So the local skin friction coefficient, in that case it will be Cfx at any value of x. This is equals to the ratio of shear stress to the dynamic head, that is tau naught divided by half rho u square. Now this tau naught, that is shear stress at the plate, it can be written by using the Newton's law of viscosity, which is mu del u del y at y equals to 0. divided by half rho u square, that is the formula for the dynamic head. So this is the definition of the skin friction coefficient, and in this formula it will be required to solve the numericals. Now this is one table where the boundary layer parameters for different velocity profiles, and for those different velocity profiles their boundary conditions and the formula for the boundary layer thickness and the skin friction coefficient, or it is also known as drag coefficient CD. So these formulas are written in this table. So for each and every velocity profile, here 5 different velocity profiles are written. So for each and every velocity profile, this formula for the boundary layer thickness and skin friction coefficient or drag coefficient, these formulas will be required to solve the numericals. Like for the number 1 velocity profile, small u by capital U, this is equals to y by delta. So in that case, the value of the delta, that is boundary layer thickness, it is equals to 3.46x divided by root under RES, that is Reynolds number, local Reynolds number. And the skin friction coefficient, this is 1.155 divided by root under Reynolds REL. So in the similar way, for the other 4 velocity profile also, the value of their boundary layer thickness and the skin friction coefficients formula, these are given in this table, which you need to remember to solve some numerical. Now there is one thing that we need to remember to solve the numericals based on this formula, that the number 5, that instead of the velocity profiles equation, it is written as the Blasius exact solution. Now in this Blasius solution, it is actually based on the log law and power law. So in this case, suppose in any numerical, the velocity profile equation, except this 4 different equation which is given in the table, no equation for the velocity profile is given in the question, but some dimensions are given or some values are given, and we need to find the boundary layer thickness and the skin friction coefficient. So in that case, one question will arise here, that which velocity profile we need to consider, because no equations are given in the question, but then also we need to find the value of the boundary layer thickness. So among these 5 different velocity profile, which formula we will use to calculate the boundary layer thickness or the skin friction coefficient, because all the velocity profiles, they are having their own formula for their boundary layer thickness or skin friction coefficient. Now this one we need to remember, that if in the question the equation for the velocity profile is not given, so in that case by default we need to consider the Blasius exact solution as the velocity profile, and corresponding to this Blasius exact solution we will consider its formula 5x by root under REX as the formula for the boundary layer thickness, and the formula for the skin friction coefficient as 1.328 divided by root under REL. So this is the thing that we need to remember, that if no velocity profiles equation is given in the question, then by default we need to consider the Blasius exact solution is the velocity profile, and the corresponding formula for this Blasius solution, the corresponding formula of the boundary layer thickness and skin friction coefficient of this Blasius solution, we need to consider to solve the numerical. So let us discuss one numerical, the velocity profile for laminar boundary layer. So it is given here, small u by capital U. The equation for the velocity profile, it is small u by capital U, this is equals to 2y by delta minus y by delta square. Now we need to find the thickness of boundary layer at the end of the plate, 1.5 meter long and 1 meter wide, when placed in water flowing with a velocity of 0.12 meter per second. Now we need to calculate the value of coefficient of drag also. So this skin friction coefficient, this is also known as the coefficient of drag, CF or CD. So the dynamic viscosity of the water, it is given as 0.001 Newton second per meter square. Now let us move to the earlier page. So as per the equation, we can see that in the table the number 2 equation for the velocity profile, it is actually given here. So the formula for the delta, that is boundary layer thickness, it will be 5.48x divided by root under REX, and the formula for the drag coefficient or skin friction coefficient, it will be 1.46 by root under REL. Now the length of the plate, it is given L equals to 1.5 meter, and the width of the plate, it is also given 1 meter. Free stream velocity, capital U, it is given 0.12 meter per second. And the dynamic viscosity of water, it is also given 0.001 Newton second per meter square. So first we need to find the thickness of boundary layer at the end of the plate, whose length and width are given. So the formula from the table, we have seen that the formula for the boundary layer thickness, it is equals to 5.48x by root under REX. So that means the local Reynolds number first we need to find here. Now what is the value of the Reynolds number? The Reynolds number at the end of the plate, first this one need to find. So the formula for the Reynolds number, it is known to us, it is rho u L by mu, because the flat plate is given, so the length of the plate, the L, it will be considered here in the formula of the Reynolds number. The value of rho for the water, it is 1000. Capital U, that is the free stream velocity, it is 0.12 given in the question. Length of the plate, it is also given 1.5. Dynamic viscosity, it is also given 0.001. So we are getting 1,80,000 as the value of Reynolds number. Now since this value of Reynolds number, it is less than 5 in 10 to the power 5, that means it is the case of the laminar boundary layer. So these values of the laminar boundary layer, these values of the Reynolds number, that is the upper critical Reynolds number 3.2 in 10 to the power 5, or the lower critical Reynolds number 3.2 in 10 to the power 5, or the upper critical Reynolds number 5 in 10 to the power 5. These things we have discussed while discussing the concept of boundary layer. So these are the things we need to consider to check if the value of the Reynolds number, it is less than that critical value. So if it is less than that critical value, then we can say that it is a condition of laminar boundary layer, or if it is beyond this critical value, then it will be a condition of turbulent boundary layers like this. Now the formula for the thickness of the boundary layer, it will be delta equals to 5.48x root under divided by root under REX. The value of Reynolds number we have just now calculated. So if we put all this value in the formula of the delta, then ultimately we are getting the value of delta, it is boundary layer thickness, as 19.37 millimeters. So this is the first part of the numerical. To solve the second part, we need to find, or we need to use the formula for the coefficient of drag or the skin friction coefficient. So the formula, it is 1.46 divided by root under, it is actually CF written, it is not CF, so there is a printing mistake, it will be root under REL. So this value of REL we have, that means the value of the Reynolds number we have already calculated, 1,80,000. So this is equals to, that means the coefficient of drag value we are getting 0.00344. So this is the thing here. If we can remember that table where some velocity profile or the velocity distribution equations are given, 5 different velocity distribution equations are given, and corresponding to that their boundary layer thickness formula and the skin friction coefficient or drag coefficient values equations are given. So if you can remember those equations, then we can easily solve such numericals. Let us move to the next page. So one more numerical we will discuss now. A plate of length 750 mm and width 250 mm has been placed longitudinally in a stream of crude oil which flows with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the oil has a specific gravity of 0.8 and kinematic viscosity of 1 stoke, so then calculate the boundary layer thickness at the middle of plate, shear stress at the middle of plate, friction drag on one side of the plate. So these are the things we need to calculate here. So the unit of kinematic viscosity, it is given here as stoke. The SI unit of kinematic viscosity, this is actually meter square per second, and 1 stoke, this is equals to centimeter square per second. So if we convert this 1 stoke into meter square per second, so it will be 1 into 10 to the minus 4 meter square per second. So here the length and width of the plate, these are given in millimeter. We have written those in meter first. Then the velocity of the oil, this is given, and the specific gravity of the oil, it is also given. The kinematic viscosity, it is given in centimeter square per second, that is 1 stoke. So we have converted this into meter square per second, so it is coming 1 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. So first we need to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the middle of the plate. Now in this question, no equation for the velocity distribution is given. So as per our discussion, we need to take into consideration the Blasius solution or Blasius exact solution as the default velocity distribution, and its corresponding boundary layer thickness formula and the skin friction or the drag coefficient formula we will consider here. So here you can see in this table, corresponding to the Blasius exact solution, its boundary layer thickness formula, it was written as 5x divided by root under Rex, and the skin friction coefficient is 1.328 divided by root under Rel. So these are the formula that we will use in this numerical. Okay. So first we need to check whether the value of the Reynolds number, it lies under the critical value of the Reynolds number for the laminar boundary layer. So the formula of the Reynolds number, it is rho ux by mu or ux by nu. So using the kinematic, as the kinematic viscosity is given here, that's why we have represented the Reynolds number in the form of kinematic viscosity, which is dynamic viscosity by density. Now the value of u, that is the velocity of oil, it is given in the question 5 meter per second. Then the value of x, it is given as 0.375. So how it is coming 0.375? The length, total length of the plate, it is given 750 millimeter, but we need to consider, or we need to calculate the boundary layer thickness at the middle of the plate. So the middle of the plate, that length will be half of the total length, that is 0.375 meter, and the value of the kinematic viscosity in meter square per second, it is 1 into 10 to the minus 4. So if we put all these values in the formula of the Reynolds number, then ultimately we are getting the value of the Reynolds number as 18,750. So since this value of the Reynolds number, it is lower than the critical value of the Reynolds number, so ultimately this boundary layer is of laminar character. And now if we use the formula of the boundary layer thickness corresponding to the Blasius solution, in the formula we need to apply here the delta equals to 5x divided by root under Rex. So the value of x at the middle of the plate, this is 0.375, and the value of the Reynolds number we have just now calculated, 18,750. So if we put all this value in the formula, then ultimately we are getting the boundary layer thickness value at the middle of the plate is 13.69 millimeter. So this is the procedure to solve the first part of the numerical. Now for the second part of this numerical, we need to calculate the shear stress at the middle of the plate. Now To calculate the shear stress at the middle of the plate, we need to remember this formula, that is CFX equals to 0.664 divided by root under REX. So this is the local coefficient of drag in case of the Blasius solution. So what we have seen in the table, that is actually the average skin friction coefficient or the average drag coefficient. But the local skin friction coefficient, it is having another formula which is 0.664 divided by root under REX. So the value of Reynolds number, it is known to us, so ultimately we are getting the skin friction coefficient as the 4.849 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. But from the definition of the skin friction coefficient, we have seen that it is the ratio of the shear stress divided by the dynamic head. Now from this formula, we can calculate the value of the shear stress at the middle of the plate. So that means the shear stress, it will be CFX multiplied by half rho U square. The value of CFX we have calculated as 4.849 multiplied by 10 to the minus 3. Then the value of rho, it is given in the question, it is 0.8, and the U, it is known to us 5. The value of the velocity, fluid velocity, it is 5. So ultimately we are getting the shear stress at the middle of the plate as 48.49 Newton per meter square. So new formula for that purpose, that is to calculate the shear stress at the middle of the plate, we need to remember the local drag coefficient formula, that is 0.664 divided by root under REX. Now for the last part of this numerical, we need to calculate the friction drag on one side of the plate, that is FD. So for that, first we need to calculate the Reynolds number at one side of the plate. That means here we need to calculate the total length of the plate. So UL by nu. So here the total length, it will be 0.75. So ultimately we are getting the value of Reynolds number at 37,500. Now as the boundary layer is laminar even at the trailing edge, because it is less than the upper critical value of the Reynolds number. So the average drag friction coefficient from the corresponding to the Blasius solution, we need to use here, that is CF equals to 1.328 divided by root under REL. So here the value of REL we can put here as 37,500. So ultimately we are getting the value of average drag friction coefficient as 6.858 multiplied by 10 to the minus 3. Now we need to consider the friction drag. So the value of the friction drag is equals to CF multiplied by half rho U square multiplied by the area of the plate on one side. So this is the formula for the friction drag. So here all the values are actually known to us. The value of CF we have calculated just now, local average skin friction coefficient. Then the dynamic head value, it is also known to us, and area of the plate on one side. So if we put all this value here, then we will get the friction drag value as 12.86 Newton on one side of the plate. So this is the end of the discussion for this lecture. So today we have discussed the momentum equation for the hydrodynamic boundary layer over a flat plate, and after that we have seen one table where we have seen 5 different velocity distribution formula and their corresponding 5 different velocity distribution equations and their corresponding formula for the boundary layer thickness and the skin friction coefficient or the drag coefficient. Now based on those formula, we have discussed 2 different numericals today. So this is the end for this lecture.